Hi, welcome to my back to my channel. I am going to do a review of the book that I just finished. It was called All Fall Down by Jennifer Weiner, and the book cover looks like this. I had no idea what I was getting into when I picked up this book. I went to the library, and this book was among the new releases in the front of the library, and I just picked out a few books off the shelf and I looked at the covers and then I read a little of the synopsis on the back and I was like, oh, this is pretty good. And also, this is in large print, so the font is really, really big, so I don't need my glasses. So I was like, let me read this one. It's a novel, it's fiction. It's an adult section, I'm sorry. And basically, I'm going to try to tell you what it says on the back and without spoiling it, okay? It's about a woman who has a 5-year-old daughter. She's married, and her husband is cheating on her. She's in her 30s, and she is taking her daughter to the doctor. And when she's at the doctor's office, this is exactly what's on the back. She has this magazine and she's reading this magazine. You know how they have the little questionnaires, and one of the questions was like, do you take pills? Do you take pills for anything? All type of things like that. So she finds out that she has a drug addiction to painkillers. So she's taking painkillers. Originally, it was for her back, and then she was taking it every day just to relieve the pain and pressure of every day. The book goes through her doing that, and then her family, and I had no idea, and this is the funny part. As I'm reading this, her family, her father has Alzheimer's. So while I was reading this, I was like commenting on my Goodreads. I was like, oh no, Alzheimer's is following me again. I had no idea that Alzheimer's was in this book. But somehow, every time I pick up a book, it has Alzheimer's in it. And it's not my fault. It just clings to me. I don't know why. Anyway, so her father has Alzheimer's, and they put him in like a nursing home or whatever. And she has to deal with her drug addiction of just popping pills. She drinks a little, sometimes alcohol, but without spoiling the whole book. I gave this book 3.5 stars. I would have gave it 4. I really liked it, how it was so relatable. Like the child has tantrums and she's popping pills, and I could see myself doing that. So I don't have a drug addiction, just to let you know. But I could see the stress and why she would be taking the pain pills and stuff. So I would have gave this 4 stars. The reason I gave it 3.5 stars and I dropped it down mainly is because the ending. I was like, it just ended, and I was like looking for the rest of the story. Like, I was like, wanted more, and it's not a sequel. And I kept on going to the back, and the back is just the acknowledgments of the author and all that. But she was meeting her friend at the end, and like it just ended. And like, well, what happened to the friend? Like, I had so many questions at the end, and it just ended. I'm like, I really enjoyed the book, but is there going to be a book 2? I'm going to have to look it up to see if she made a book 2, because it just ended. So otherwise, I really enjoyed it. I did read it through all the way to the end. The other reason I gave a 3.5 was this. I never read this author before, but this author describes everything. It was getting to me a little annoying because I actually read every single word, and it was just dragging for me. So I decided to like skip reading, and I normally don't skip. So I usually read a book from cover to cover, and I know that's why it takes me so long to read a book, because I have to read every single word. But I found myself skipping because her paragraphs were very, very long and her descriptions were very, very long. Like she described everything, like to a T. So, but all in all, I gave this book 3.5 stars. And if you really like a contemporary book, adults fiction, this was very good. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.